All right, 1, 2, 3.
No, don't film
Then
me.
we have 4, 5, and 6. All right, there we go. All right, hey there, everybody. I hope you guys are having a good night. My name is Guillermo Diaz Gualco, and I'd like to introduce to you guys a phenomenon that I've been noticing. I'm sure you guys have been noticing too, where every time you go to the grocery store, it seems like there's a new product that is protein enhanced. The latest one is Starbucks coffee. They also have Barilla spaghetti, which is protein enhanced, and a lot of times companies will use protein enhanced to increase their profits. Sometimes you'll pay almost double for a very similar product. But with this cultural wave of everybody wanting more protein, it begs the question, well, how much protein should we be getting? And is all this protein really good for us? The answer to that is kind of confusing. You'll have multiple different numbers. For example, if you consult the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine, they'll tell you that the average US adult male should get about 56 grams of protein, and the average woman should get slightly less at 46. However, a recent meta analysis tells us that if you're a man trying to gain muscle, you should be intaking an optimum level of 146 grams of protein per day. That's almost 3 times as much. And with these vastly different numbers, it begs the question, well, what should we go with? And is all this extra protein intake good for us? Now, it's important to note with the 146 number, that was in part funded by the dairy and beef industry. However, it is a meta analysis. So it is largely considered to be good evidence. Now, does that mean everyone should go out and get 146 grams of protein per day? Maybe not. A new study by Cell.com tells us that with this increase in protein intake, it also comes with a 76% greater risk of all-cause mortality and a 4 times greater risk of a cancer diagnosis. That is massive. It is important to note about this Cell.com study that they're including all sources of animal proteins and they're excluding plant-based proteins. There's not the same data for plant-based proteins. It's largely considered you can hit that 146 and you'll still be healthy. And with the animal proteins, they don't specify which ones. So it's eggs, dairy, beef, and fish all kind of combined together. Now, is what I'm saying is everyone should go vegan? No, absolutely not. But it's important to note that fish might be an alternative for a healthy source of protein. So another study, which was a survey of 77,000 impoverished Black Americans, has found that the increase in consumption of fish has a negative correlation with all-cause mortality, except for tuna, which is neutral. Now, what this research is all telling us is basically that fish is a healthy option for people wanting to increase their protein production, their protein intake. Also, any plant-based form of protein is going to be a safe alternative or safe choice. What kind of fish should you get? Well, canned salmon is a great choice for somebody who's on a budget and they want to get a lot of protein. This can has 34 grams of protein, 180 calories for those counting calories, and is relatively inexpensive, coming in at $2.83. Another great way to get your protein in is plant-based protein powder. Protein powder is relatively inexpensive. Every scoop is going to cost you about $1. It also has a ton of protein, 30 grams per scoop, and 160 calories. This is the same stuff that they put in enhanced protein products, and then they'll charge you double as much. So you can just skip that, get some protein powder, and make a shake at home for much cheaper. So, all in all, when you're going to the grocery store next time, you can skip steak, other red meats, and opt for the healthier alternative of fish, which you can eat a whole lot of and not increase your chance of cancer or mortality. Also, you can go for the plant-based protein powder, which is going to be far less expensive than these enhanced protein products. Next time you go to the grocery store, pick up these two. They're healthy. They are safer, and they're also delicious, plain and simple. Well, I hope you guys have a great night. It's been nice talking to you, and take care. Thank you very much. All right, got it.
Good job there,